Hey Notary Buddies, it is Ladero Wharf. Welcome to my channel, the Notary Know-How Georgia, where I take you guys on my journey of going through my notary business and also any other businesses that are adjacent to the notary business, such as me facilitating apostilles, maybe wedding officiant. We're still working on that. And also I do like to sprinkle in some real life for you guys because I don't think enough of that is out there. So it is, what time is it? It is 11 o'clock on the dot, and it is currently June 6th. It's Thursday. And what do we have going on today? So I am out in the car right now. Obviously, I'm not dressed to do notary work, but I just ran a few errands. But in the world of notary, what is going on? I have gotten 2 or is it 3? 2 confirmed. Nothing's confirmed. Let me rephrase that. I've gotten 3 inquiries. It was 3. I've gotten 3 inquiries for notary work today, or at least this week, I should say. Between today and Saturday, I got a call or a text. Actually, it was through my website. I got a chat message through my website about doing running over to the hospital and getting some of those documents taken care of. I charge $85 for that. Some people may like, that's not enough, but it's, you know, the Advanced Healthcare Directive, a power of attorney, a financial power of attorney. $85 is fine for me to do that. I live like maybe 8 minutes from the hospital, but of course that covers the $3 in parking that I got to pay for, and also and it gives them approximately it's an hour, right? I let them book an hour, and if we do go over, I do charge them a little bit more, but a lot of times I am in and out of there under the hour unless it's crazy extreme. And I've been letting people know to please have your information completed, especially on the Advanced Healthcare Directive. Make sure that you have all your decisions made, like if you want medical care, what kind of medical care, how you, like, after you pass, what do you want to happen with your body, all that kind of stuff, because I've learned that me sitting there as they fill that out, it takes too long, and then there's other family members that are involved and they have differences of opinions. So I tell people, please have that completed beforehand. If it is not, I do have to charge you an extra like $40, and so it becomes even more expensive just for me to sit there and help them fill it. You know, let me rephrase that. I do not help them fill it out, but to wait on them to fill it out or just read it to them over and over so they understand the question, right? Just like we do with loan signings, guiding them through the process. I let them know that is not my job. I am not qualified to do that, but some people may need that additional assistance because I cannot notarize those documents if they are blank, right? So anyway, so I got an inquiry for that, and she's rounding up her witnesses because I do let them know that if I have to bring the witnesses, it is going to be an extra $25 per person, and if we have to wait for them to fill out information, it's going to be an extra $10 on top of the $25 per witness. So pay my witnesses $35 if they need to wait, but if they're in and out, I pay them $25, right? So that's a thing that that's an update to my system lately. The second inquiry I got, I think it was just general notary work, and then the third inquiry was just texted me again on my business phone. But obviously, yep, I just want to make sure it's the right person. I'm not going to read it right now, but it was an apostille. So it is one that I'm already working on. This was one that I'm calling a done with you service because I'm trying to rebrand my apostille offerings. This is a done with you service. I'm taking the out of state ones because it is a little bit more involved, but then there's also an in-state. So I'm in Georgia. There's a Georgia part of the apostille. So we're doing 3 different states. There was 4. We dropped that one. She was like, yeah, we'll figure that out later. But we're doing the 3 different states, and she's taking care of the Georgia one. And I'm just working with her on this one. Again, it's a done with you because I'm doing the outer states. She's doing, ooh, they just ran into something. People don't know how to drive here. But what was I saying? Yes, she's doing the in-state one. And I'm guiding her through the process because she just got a bunch of documents. There's school transcripts and there's all this other kind of stuff. And so she took them over down to the Secretary of State. They're like, nope, you got to do this first. And then she got over to the courthouse and tried to do it. And they're like, nope, we don't do that. And I was like, let me just give you the information. So this is my done with you service, right? Since I'm not running around and driving everything and delivering it, guiding them through the process, like from remotely. So there is a cost for that, but it is a lot less than me doing it for them. So there's a done for you, which is the most expensive. There's a done with you, right, which is going to be a drop in price. And then I'm creating a third tier because because people like to do the DIY. And it's because I had an inquiry last week. I think it was either the beginning of this, what's today, Wednesday? It was last week. Today's Thursday. It was last week then. I had an inquiry on Friday or something like that. No, it was Thursday because it was a day, because I had to go to work and I'm off Friday, Saturday. So anyway, I had an inquiry and I gave them my quote and they said it was a little bit too much. And so I was like, okay, well, if that's fine, here's the information, figure it out yourself. Not in a mean way. I'm like, here's the information. If you have questions on it, let me know. And that's the DIY, right? That's the do-it-yourself service. And if they need me to help guide them through that process, I will, and I will charge a heck of a lot less. And I'm talking about you only get, like, because information, let me tell you guys why I'm doing it. It's because the information's already online. All I have to do is give them the link. And I can always because I already did it for myself. So I have a process, I have a checklist. And I can just provide them that checklist. It's something I already done once, and it's nothing for me to just share a link. Like, here's the link to the Secretary of, if it's going out of the country. If it's non-Hague, it's the Secretary of State. If it is a Hague country, for us in Georgia, it's called the GSCCA. So I will just give them that information. I don't care, right? It's already online. I'll give them my checklist. But if they want me, I may charge for the checklist in the future, but if they want me to look over their documents to make sure that all the pieces are there before they submit it to the GSCCA, I missed one C, or the, let's just call it the Clerk's Authority. Before they submit it to a Clerk's Authority or the Secretary of State, I will charge them a very minimal fee for that. And I'm thinking like an in-office notarization fee, so maybe 25 bucks. As far as the done with you service, I'm not sure what I'm charging on that, but the DIY is like, here's a checklist. Go and do it, and one document review is 25 bucks, right? Because I give them a checklist and all this kind of stuff. If there is no document review, I don't care. Checklist can be free. They're like, hey, go to my website. Go to this website, get the checklist. So I'm not even having to send it to them. They have to do the work themselves. That's probably how I'll do it. But the done with you, they'll get the checklist. They'll get a document or two, like 2 document reviews or whatever it is. And maybe I'll charge 40 bucks for that, and they get up to 2 to 3 phone calls. I don't know. And these phone calls are going to be like 10 minutes or less, right? 15 minutes or less. It's nothing crazy. Maybe 2 phone calls. See, I'm thinking through it as I'm working on it with you guys. But I'll do pen to paper and get that figured out. But apart from that, when I get home, you know what we'll do? I'll go ahead and cut this off right here. So when I get home, we'll work on the Apostille together. I'll just do a screen share of some sort. It's going to be really echoey because, again, we're moving. My office is torn apart. It's like taking down all the soundproofing, all the sound paneling. I've taken that down with very, very minimal issues on the walls. There's just like one spot I got to do a touch up on, which I'm very happy, because the first time I did this in my other rental, I had to repaint, and I just let them charge me $75 to repaint because I didn't want to do it before we moved out. So yeah, that's it. I'm cut it off here now, so it won't be too long when we do the Apostille part together. And again, it's going to be out of state. We're doing Illinois and Wisconsin, and we'll do that process as much as we can together because I do have to work today. I'll chat with you guys later. Bye. Alrighty, notary buddies, I am home now, and let's go ahead and go into the next section that I promised. We have a little bit of time to work on this apostille together. I do have another notary appointment at 3:30. I literally just got a message as I was sitting down to get this set up. So let me check my online messaging portal real quick. I normally would share everything with you guys, but I'm not going to share this with you just because we can see some of their personal, information. And let's just make sure I keep it on the second screen. Let's see. Can you be at Northside Hospital, Gwinnett at 3:30? She gave me the room number. She have a witness and a second one. Okay, so she has both witnesses. If you enter Lawrenceville Swanee Road, the annex will be on. Okay, perfect. She's just giving me some information. Hi, Miss or just hi first name. Ooh, without all my sound paneling to help diffuse the sound, you guys are gonna hear everything. The keyboard's gonna be loud. Let me move the mic back. Let's see. Oh, I messed it. There we go. Move the mic back a little bit so you guys won't pick. Well, it's still gonna pick everything up. This is a real good mic. I can definitely be there at 3. What did she say? 3:30. Well, one witness is coming at 3:30. Another one's 3:45. We still got to wait 15 minutes, so I'll probably go a little bit earlier. 3:30 p.m. and look forward to assisting. Let me just do a reminder, letting them know that she needs to make sure they have all the signers. Please make sure that all signers have their wow, I can type government photo issue ID. There we go. Photo issued. Sorry, you guys, we're working on this together. Apparently, issued ID so that I may verify their identities, as well as the identities, period. Also, make sure that mom is not or has not medications within an hour of our appointment. Medications that may, sorry, Sam, I'm trying to do this off the fly, that may alter her mental state within an hour of our appointment. And just sign it. No, it's not an email. I don't have to sign a text. I keep forgetting. It seems like every time I do something on the computer, it's always email, but this is a text system. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Already used 4 minutes of our time together. So what we're going to do is let me go ahead and share my screen, add this to stage, and I'm going to put myself in a corner over here just so the screen get a little bit bigger. So what we have is, well, we're looking at high school right now, but I want to show you guys this. This is my SOP. I have no idea why my computer desk is so crooked. Is this table not set up correctly? I moved everything around so I can put the camera over there instead of on the side of me, so you guys aren't looking at the side of my face. But right here, what we see on screen, this is my SOPs for my notary business. I'm still building a few things out. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. That was not very good. Let's zoom in some more. There we go. So this is my SOP for my notary business. Things that I come across, anything that I'm working on, I put it in here just so it is documented. I don't have to think. I mean, I have to still think, but if I need to remember something, it's in here. So we have, for example, a thing that I'm most known for, I think, in the space right now is Google Business Profile. Here's all the things, like all, I haven't put my trainings in here, but anything people need to know about Google Business Profile, how to set it up, how to do Q&As, photos, products, services, all this kind of stuff. On Google Business Profile. And so I put all these things in my SOPs, which is, what is the SOP? Systems. Oh, I don't remember what it's called. Something of processes. I can't even think right now, but because I'm trying to focus on this, these apostilles, but I just wanted to show you guys this. I even have my net payment terms, which I'm not going to click into just because there's some information in here you guys probably want to see. So when I work with signing services, the ones that pay me within like 7 days, 15 days, 30, 45, 60, and 90, and also my personal reviews of them, that's why I'm not going to open it, because some things may not be as nice, and we don't need to show all that, right? And then, I have how I'm going to respond to reviews on my Google Business Profile. Some of them I think, let's see if I finish this one. I don't want to lie to you guys. Okay, yeah. So I have however many this is, what, 10 review responses that I can just copy and paste. When it comes to respondents reviews on my Google Business profile, of course, I add like a sentence of something about what we worked on together. It's like, oh, thank you for letting me take care of your family's wills, notarizing your wills. And then I put one of these, whatever is appropriate. I should probably put a title above them so I know, hey, use this one for wills, use this for estate plans. That'll be later. What else do I have in here? Anyway, there's just quite a few things in here, and there's stuff that I'm still working on, and then I also have additional resources. So what we are going to be looking at is the apostille process, and let me go over to the Georgia GSCCCA website really quick, just for you guys who are not familiar with it. So this is where we get all of our information here in Georgia when we're working on apostilles or apostille facilitation. So what I am going to do is right over here, if I click on Notary and Apostilles, it'll hop me over to this. Let's click on Apostilles, and I need to go to, I think it's the Did You Know section. Yeah, let's go to the Did You Know section. See, this is all right here. When I was saying earlier, like the DIY and the done with you services, this is a link I was sharing with people. It's all right here. The problem is deciphering it. So what I did, oh, sorry guys, you're hearing that scratching. That's my lizard over there. This mic without the soundproofing picks up everything. So what I did for myself is I essentially just recreated that same thing. Let me go back. Let's do Hague, because I know what I'm working on is not part of the Hague, and I'll show you guys how to check that out. Sorry, this probably will end up like this is just me working on it together. If it turns into some kind of like masterclass training, then so be it. You guys will have access to it. It will be free on the YouTubes. Let's see. So I essentially recreated exactly what we just looked at, but in a way that makes more sense to me. Sorry, I know I'm scrolling through it quickly, but this is something that makes sense to me. And it's the exact same information. I just reordered it a little bit. So first step is we need to decide if this document is going to be used inside. This is for us in Georgia, because we have a very specific way of doing it. Every state does. But for us in Georgia, we have to decide if the document is going to be used inside or outside of the United States. If the document will be used in a foreign country, a foreign embassy, or a foreign consulate, then for me, it's like a flow chart. I also have the flow chart. I just didn't finish it, but this is a flow chart in words. If it is going to be used in a foreign country, then we go to step 2. If no, and someone said, hey, I need this authenticated, or I need this apostille, which, you know, clients don't always know the proper name for things, but you ask them like, hey, where is this going to be used? Like, oh, this is going to be used in inside the US. Just pick a state, right? And what they actually need is, for us in Georgia, what they need is a notary certification. I don't know why I want to say certification. I don't know why I say that, but they need a notary certification. And this process is here as well. So let's just say, no, it's not going to be used out of the country and it's going to be used within the states. Let's go ahead and get the notary certification done. And this is something we would just go down to our whoever the notary was on the document, has to have happened in Georgia. We just go to wherever that notary is commissioned. For me, I'm commissioned in Gwinnett County, so I go over to the Gwinnett County Clerk's Authority and get my notary certification. Wow, done, if you will. I'm trying not to say authenticated or apostille, just because I don't want to confuse people. But essentially, it's just them checking to make sure that, one, I did the notarization correctly. They don't check the contents of the documents, just like we're not supposed to. They don't. So they just want to make sure I did the notarization correctly. And also they're checking to make sure I'm still a commission. Well, first they check to make sure I'm still a commissioned notary. I don't have any strikes against me. My commission is not suspended or rejected or revoked or anything like that. Then they will check to make sure that I did the notarization correctly. Then they'll go ahead and put their stamp of approval on there, put a cover page on it, hand it back to me. I hand it back to the clients. They send it to wherever they need it. And this can be done a lot of the times for employment purposes or company, like business purposes, things like that. So I've done quite a few of those, and they've all been business related. but they're not only business related, but that's the cases I have had. So anyway, let's continue going. So will this document be used in a foreign country? For us, yes, it's going to be, it is. So let's go to step 2. Now, the next step is to decide if this is going to be a Hague country or a non-Hague country. Read about it, see what Hague is. This is not what this video is for. So for me, I know that our document is not going to a Hague country, but for me in my SOP, I have it right here. I can click here to see the list of participating countries, and this document is going to the country of Qatar. So I just do Command F or Control F, depending on the computer you're on. So I do Qatar, and look, Qatar does not come up on this list. So this is a non-Hague country, so I do have to follow a different process. Let's just say it is going to Mexico, which is very common. Whoops, let me spell it correctly. Mexico, and I search. Mexico is on this list. Let me move this out of the way. Mexico is on this list because it is a Hague country, and so it's Italy, Israel, yada, 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 right? So I'm going to go ahead and close this because of the country or the state of Qatar, which my documents will end up in, is not. It's going to the Qatar consulate. It is not part of the Hague. So if it was, then we would continue to step 3. If the answer is no, which is in my case, then I need to follow a completely different process. And for me, I just click here. I do not click here because I did not hyperlink it. But essentially, I just have another page that looks just like this that says, hey, these are steps you need to follow for non-Hague. But because not everybody's going to have this, I'm just going to go back over here to the clerk's authorities website, and they have the exact same information. So if it is not going, so here it is. Well, is it going to a foreign country? Yes, the document is going to a foreign country. Is it a part of the Hague? Yes, and it just needs an apostille. If it is not, then no, we need a Great Seal certification, and that's what we need to do. So I am going to skip all the rest of this. And we are just going to hop right over to get some information from the Secretary of State's website, because that's what we have to go for our Great Seal. If we're doing anything else that's within the Hague, then we just go to what we call our Clerk's Authority or the GSCCCA. It's a lot of C's in there. So here's the process. And I'm not going to walk through this step by step because I already know we're looking already. You guys kind of get it, right? And if you don't, we can take time and do this when we have more time. But what I want to look for is something very specific, because this is what I use. I have, how do I bring myself back up? Full screen. Oh, let's go to the right screen over here. I have this folder. This is all my apostilles are in this blue folder. So when I have blue folders on my desk, I know I'm working on apostilles, and I need to check on them every day, every couple days, just to follow up and see what's going on with them. You cannot see the sticker, but it says, thank you for choosing General Notary LLC as your apostille facilitator. All my contact information and a little QR code for review. And in here, I'm not going to turn this around because I don't want you guys to see your personal information. It's just a basic folder from Walmart. I think I got them for 25 cents each or 50 cents each or something like this. End of school sale. And you're going to back to school sales coming up as well. So I just cleared out I have them packed away right now because my office is being packed away. But I just grabbed a whole box, and I think there's like 50 that come in there. And I've probably used like 6 so far. So he's going to last me a long time. And just the 2 pockets in here, no prongs. And I just keep all the information in here. So since I'm working on 2 different states, I have state 1 on one side, which is Wisconsin, and state number 2 on the second side, which is, in our case, Illinois. So, and also the client just reached out to me and asked me for help with the Georgia one. So again, this is a done with you process, not the full done for you. So I'm just looking for a little bit of information because she's spinning her wheels trying to figure it out. I already kind of know the answers, but I want to verify, and I want to show you guys how I'm verifying this as well. So let's hop back over. This crooked computer screen is driving me crazy. Let's hop back over to the computer screen, and let's see the instructions for getting a Great Seal. First of all, here's the address and the phone number if we need to call them and ask them information. Let's see. What I am looking for specifically is school transcripts, because I just need to remind myself because I haven't done school transcripts here in Georgia. So how do I obtain a notary certification, blah, blah, blah. So this lets us know all this kind of stuff. So what I am looking for, let me zoom in so you guys can see. I'm making it worse. I'm trying to zoom in and it's not really going. There we go. That's the closest we're going to get. So I am looking at the section right here is how do I obtain school transcripts for authentication? So must be certified university with the original. That was the client for 330. Sorry, guys. She's asking me a question, so I just want to make sure, because if I don't respond, I will forget. Let's just go over here. Georgia license of the license from Virginia because it's where I live. Yeah. Any state's driver's license is acceptable as long as it's current. Not expired. And some of the stuff, it sounds like I'm not trying to, sometimes maybe it's just in my mind, it comes off as belittling people. It's not. You guys, look, when people are dealing with stressful situations and they need notarizations at the hospitals, their brain does not work right. And so I try to dumb it down as water it down to like a first grade level so everybody can understand, so they don't have to think. So if some of the stuff you guys hear me going back and forth with the client with, and you're like, oh, you're treating her as if she's unintelligent, because someone said that to me once. It wasn't a client, it was someone I was working with. And I was like, no, I'm not. It's because I'm trying to not have them use too much brain power. Because one, they're trying to spend as much time as what they can with their loved one, right? This situation, she's not passing, she's not dying. She just had a stroke and then she fell and hurt herself. And so she's recovering. But still, they're not thinking. They have to take time off from work and all this kind of stuff. But let's get back over to this. Let's see. Elementary through high school records must be signed by a member of the school administrative staff, then notarized and certified by the clerk of court in the county where the notary is commissioned. Elementary through high school must be signed by a member of the school administrative staff. Okay, that's specifically what I needed to know. And so I'm doing a little bit more than what we would normally do. So this particular person or their kid goes to this particular high school, Mountain View, over here in Gwinnett County. Sorry, let me check and see what the client says. Got it. Perfect. Thank you. Sounds great. I'll see you at 3:30 p.m. So let me do this before I forget. Set an alarm for 3:10 p.m.
Done.
Okay. Like I said, I'm about 8 minutes away from the hospital. So I will do my alarm. They'll let me change and take off, and I'll be a little bit early. Okay. Anyway, so this person's child goes to this particular high school. And what I did, I just looked it up because she's been trying to get a hold of them and all this kind of stuff. This process is taking forever. And again, she's working. So I'm just helping out a little bit. And so I'm going to see what I can do to help out to get this done a lot faster because it's slowing me down on what I need to do. So I didn't even tell you guys. So what's happening is I have to send documents over to each Secretary of State, one for Wisconsin, one for Illinois, and she's taking care of the one for Georgia. But apparently now it looks like I'm helping her with this one. She wants to do it herself to, take down the cost. And so, of course, she's going to be paying me a little bit extra to help her out with this. Because again, this is done with you, not a done for you service. And we're going to be doing is after I get everything back from the Secretary of State so I have to send it to each Secretary of State, right? And then it comes back to me. Sorry, I'm trying to put these dang on glasses back on. And these things are over my ears. There we go. So they come back to me, and then I have to send it over to Virginia, to the, what is it called? It's the Department of State. I have to send it over to the Department of State in Virginia. Then they have to send it back to me. And then I have to send it to the Qatar consulate, which they have 4 or 5 locations throughout the US. and they take a chunk of each, like they take a chunk of states. And so I have to send for the Wisconsin and Illinois, I have to send that one to New York. And for the one for Georgia, I have to send to Texas. And then they have to send it back to me. And then I will hand it over to the client's sister. And then she'll take it with her to Qatar when she goes, or if they want me to send it via DHL, then I'll send it via DHL. So it's a lot of this, like a lot of back and forth. And it's taken a little bit longer. It's been three and a half weeks or something already. And I have not gotten to send anything off because these RONs, these remote online notarizations that need to take place for Wisconsin and Illinois, I've had so many notaries back out, or the platforms break, or something didn't work. But anyway, let's get back to this. And then also trying to, fit the signer, my client in to get the notarization done around her busy schedule. Lady works like a beast. She works a lot. And I'm like, okay, we got 45 minutes. Like, she's going to take a break. Let's do this now. And then technology doesn't work, and we have to cancel and try to do it again later. Let's see. Let's see. What are we looking for here? Transcripts and records requests. Please visit your My Payments Plus. Transcripts requested take 48 hours. Oh no, she should have these transcripts already. Students may send transcripts we ain't got time for that. All records requests from other schools. All I wanted was to just look and see what their process is, but I think she already did this. She already have the transcripts. I just want to either have her go take them back over there to have somebody sign them, or I just need to get them signed and get notarized. Well, I need to be there to notarize them. I just need this done. Let's make a phone call real quick. Dial on speakerphone 678-407-7601.
Calling now on speaker.
Probably not the right phone number, but let's see what we get. If they answer. Summer school starts next week, and so nobody may.
Hi, this is Brenda Wilkins. Sorry I missed your call. If you could please leave your name, number, and a brief message, I'll return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
Nope.
At the tone,
there we go.
Please record your message.
Hey, Ms. Brenda, this is Ladero Wharf. I am calling because I am trying to assist a client of mine with transcripts. So I was just wondering, because we need these to be authenticated and sent out of the country. I was just wondering if what is your guys' availability, because we do need someone in the office there, part of the school staff, to sign these transcripts before I can get them sent on to the next stage. So if you can give me a call back so we can get this appointment set up and get this taken care of, I would highly appreciate it. Phone number here is 404-382-0464. Again, this is Ladero Wharf, and I'm a notary. And if you can call me back at 404-382-0464, I highly appreciate it. All right, so that's that. And let me see how far away this school is from me. It shouldn't be too far. What is their address? Mountain View. You know what? Let me take this off screen so you guys don't see my address. Mountain View, directions from my location. Okay, it's only 14. It's like 13 minutes. It says 14. It's probably even shorter than that. There's a little patches of traffic. So it's some orange patches of traffic. So it's not going to be that far away. Okay, got it. Just wanted to make sure, let's put this back on stage, that it wasn't too crazy far. So I can just go ahead and take care of this. And then my client, she's like 10 minutes from me. So I can run over to her. You know what? She lives right by the school. So this is going to be perfect. She's like 10 minutes from me. Then I just run straight to the school and see what we can get done. I just don't know if the school is even open, because this was 7601. What phone number do they have listed here is the main phone number. Let me try this one. Let's do this. Dial on speakerphone 678-407-7600.
Calling now on speaker.
They're probably all just gone.
Thank you for calling Mountain View High School, home of the Bears. Our school hours are from 6:50 a.m. to 2:50 p.m. Monday through Friday. Please listen to our menu choices so you can select what office you would like to be transferred to. Press 1 for the attendance office, 2 for counseling, registration, and records, 3 for the 9th grade academy, 4 for athletics, 5 for the community school,
I'm just going to
6 for the cafeteria,
push a number that
7
somebody,
for our sub-office,
so I can get
8
somebody.
for the clinic. Please stay on the line if you need further assistance.
Let's just do
Thank you
that.
for calling.
Let's just do that. Because I just need a member
One
of
moment,
the
please.
staff. School administration staff. Okay.
Thank you for calling Mountain View High School, home of the Bears. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 6:50 to 2:50. If you have reached this message during these hours, we are either on another line or with a parent. Thank you and have a great day. To transfer to the operator, press 0.
Let's try that.
One moment, please.
You're probably not going to have any luck, but let's see. Just because they're out for the summer.
Thank you for calling Mountain View High School, home of the Bears.
Yeah.
Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 6:50 to 2.
Alrighty. Whatever. Okay, so that's that. We just need somebody. I'm just going to copy this and go over to. Let's stop sharing screen because I'm just going to send a text and, I'll want her personal number and everything showing on the recording. And let's move this in my second screen so I can always use it later. Oops, wrong person. There we go. And text. Now let's bring this back up. Okay, so that's that part. Sorry, you guys. This is taking a long time. How many? I don't even know where we are time-wise. 29 minutes. Okay, let's keep it moving. So let's see. I should have done this as a live stream. Okay, so that's done with that. And there is one other thing that I want to check on. Let's see. Because this is technically not a school transcript. Let me just send her. Should do this real quick. Is your license to the other documents like the, what is it? FP certificate. Alrighty. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now. So this client also has another document. It is a license, pharmacy license. And right now, what I need to find out is if the location that issued her pharmacy license, if they have a staff on site that does like verification saying, hey, this is a true, like we verify this is a true license that was issued by our company or our education, I don't know, our entity. If they have something like that, fantastic. Then she'll just have to run over and do that. But if not, what I had her provide me before is a statement, an affidavit of truth that was typed up, and I'm gonna be honest, I think she just went straight to ChatGPT and had help with it. But it put some information in there stating that she is who she is, that this is her true document, that the information in the document is true, blah blah blah. It's like 7 bullet points. And that's what we've been using for the other forms, because her other education, like the companies or the entities or whatever she got the education through, they do not provide like transcript authentication and all that kind of stuff. So we had to go a different route, and this is why it's been so long. But let's see. And so I may have to have her do the exact same thing with her Georgia Board of Pharmacy documents. Okay, and they do not provide hard copies. They only do e-licenses. So that probably is going to be the same thing. So let me just do a quick Google search. And you guys, I don't know, some of you guys may say, hey, you're doing way too much, but this is pharmacy. But this is, this is a way, this is customer service. She needs help, and I can say, you know what, figure it out on your own, or I can help her with it so we can get this done faster. Because look, I already have been paid. I got my $550, $575, whatever it was up front. But I'm still offering my services, and also, especially this again, this is allowing me to build up this right here. This apostille process, it is allowing me to build this up, and so I have this, and guess what? I can always sell this later if I want to somebody. To you guys, I won't though. Maybe I don't know. But again, this is mine specifically. So with that being said, I have, because I've been working on this with her, where's my other one? Authentication for embassies. So since I'm doing this, going to the Qatar embassy, I do have one started with that, with everything I need, and just saying, hey, this is what the consulate accepts, is how they want it, because it's very, very particular. And it's going to be their cost. So I have that all broken down. Also, because I've done Georgia, we just saw my Georgia one. I've done where we're doing Wisconsin, Illinois. I also have that as well. Where is it though? Authentication non-Hague. And here we go. So I have the Georgia process for non-Hague. WIP is a working process. Illinois, I have that one finished, like everything I need to know. And then also Wisconsin, I have this one completed as well, everything I need to know. And also, I like Wisconsin because they give us some videos, like their I can't remember what she's called, but she has videos here for us, like along the process. And so this is real good information that I'm collecting for myself that I can use. But also, if I have a client that want to do the DIY service, I was like, here you go, $25. Here's the DIY checklist, right? So let's get back so I'm not jumping all over the place. We're just waiting for her to respond. Gotcha. Would you mind if I run over and pick those up now? Because again, like I said, she's like 10 minutes from the house, and I just want to get this done. Because I'll go hop over to her house, grab the documents, and then I'll hop over to the school, see if somebody's there. Great. If they are, if not, whatever. I'll just come back a little bit later. And I will notarize the documents, and I will take it over to my. Sorry, guys, I thought there was going to be more stuff we needed to do, but that was kind of what we need. That's where we are at this point. No, that's not true. I can work on the Wisconsin one, was it? No, the Illinois one. So I will take it after I get done what I need to get done. I will take it over to my Clerk's Authority right here in Gwinnett County, which I am like 5 minutes from them. 7 if I hit the traffic lights, but I'm 5 minutes from them. I'll get that authentication done. It's $2 per thing. So it'll be 2 different documents. So it's going to cost me $4 to do it. And I'm going to charge, I'll decide what I'll charge her on the way over to get this done. Left to run out some errands. Can I drop it off later today? I have a few appointments, but if I'm not home, you are more than welcome to stop by. And I'll just put a document. I've already packed it away. I have this little plastic document carrier. Yeah, I already packed it away. Dang it. It's like a little plastic file. It's not a folder, file box. And I would just put that on the porch and have her drop it in, have her drop her documents in there just so they won't get wet or anything. At my old house, I had a mail slot in a door and I just could have pushed it through the door and I had a little basket that will catch everything. But I don't at this house. So let's see if she'll stop by while I'm here. But okay, now that that's done, what we want to do next is let's look at this for the Illinois one. I already got this. We already did a RON, and I double checked Illinois to make sure they accept the RON. And let's just look at it together, right? So with the Illinois RON, this is a non-Hague thing, and I'm just using my cheat sheet. But if you guys you don't have my cheat sheet, this is what you do. I was going to look at this later. Let's see. Illinois Secretary of State, Apostille, something like that. Just Google it. It's not difficult. There we go. Illinois Secretary of State, Apostille. Here is their website. What all the information on it is ilsos.gov, and then you go to the Apostille section and they tell you exactly how they want it. I had to call a few times, and I'm not gonna lie, just because some things were not as clear to me, just because Georgia does it a little bit differently, and I want to make sure. So instead of using this, I'm going to use my cheat sheet that I created for myself. So since we're going to a non-Hague, we're doing authentication for non-Hague, and we're at our Illinois one. So what I need to do, the Apostille request form, I'm going to click on that because I have my little shortcut saved. And oh, crap. Oh, you guys can't see it anyway. So I'm like, crap, I already have my address on here. So I got to do that all over anyway. So let's bring the screen back up. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. So if you don't have it, what I did, I just simply Googled Illinois SOS Apostille, and I clicked on the first one because I've been there a few times. And so I just click on it and it'll bring you to their website. This is what it looks like. It gives you all the exact steps of which you need to follow to get the apostille process done for them. And again, this is the non-Hague side. There's also, if it is going to Hague, a company within the Hague, then you just follow that process. So instead of, I had to call them, like I said, because I didn't understand a few things, but I'm going to just use my cheat sheet. And my cheat sheet is right here. And my SOPs, systems of operations and processes, something like that. And I know that these are steps I need to follow. First, I need to get the request form, the apostille request form. So I have it here, and my address is on here. I just went and deleted it before I shared it with you guys. So luckily, it wasn't shared first. But this is going to be their request form. So it's literally simply as this. I'm going to be doing a mail-in, and they just have the information of what I need to put on here. And I need to make sure I send the payment appropriately and correctly. So going back to my cheat sheet, let me actually pull this off stage real quick. And I'm going to fill out this cheat sheet, put my address back in here. Let's undo the delete. Oh, you know what? I need to update this because since I'm moving, and this is taking a long time, I need to change the address as it's going to. Either use my P.O. box or, you know what, they said no P.O. boxes, I believe. I don't know why this isn't working correctly. Let's try again. And there we go. I will just have it sent to my mom's house. And let's update this. My phone number, my email address, country that I need the document certified for. I need it to be going to the country of Qatar. Well, it's the state of Qatar, but it's a country. That's what they call it, the state of Qatar. Okay, and I am going to print. I'm just verifying that the address is correct. And I am going to print 2 copies of these. Perfect. And also, oh, there we go. I have a sticky note right here. Let me cover up my client's information. So, you guys won't be able to see it anyway. So this is the RON form. Oh, it's actually clearer than I thought. So this is the RON form that we got notarized. The notary stamp is at the bottom. And it was just a copy cert for the Illinois document. And so I will be sending this along with the documents what we just printed out here. And let me grab that. Hold on. We got to go off camera. And I'm rolling over all my sound panels because they're on the floor. Okay, got 2 copies. And I'm going to keep a copy here with me. And then I'm going to send a copy off. So I have that, I have it notarized, and also the Consulate of Qatar, they want copies of everything along each step. So what I'm going to be doing is I need to make a copy of, they want to see everything in its original form, and then they want a copy of everything after it's been authenticated. I was like, you guys I double checked. I was like, okay, once it's been authenticated, I cannot pull it apart and give you guys a copy because then it invalidates the authentication. They're like, okay. And so this is when we came to the decision or the conclusion that, hey, let's just get a copy of everything before you send it and everything after you receive it. So it's again, before I send it to the Secretary of State. So I made copies right now. And then I will get it back from the Secretary of State. I will just make a copy of the authentication page, right? Because everything else will still be the same. And so then I will include that into my bundle that I'm going to send to the Qatar consulate. And then I send it over to the Department of State in Virginia. They do what they do. I get it back. I make a copy of what they did to it, right? I don't pull anything apart. I just make a copy of what they did. And then I put all of that in my bundle, including what every state, every step along the way has done. And then I send it to the state of Qatar, the consulate for the state of Qatar. And that's what they wanted. And I have to do it that way. And they told me if I don't, it will be rejected. So again, this is a little bit lengthy of a process. And since, we only have black and white printing capabilities, I will go over to, I do have a color copier. There's just no ink for it. Color printer, I should say. I'm just going to go to like UPS or whatever and just make a color copy, UPS, FedEx, whatever. So I have what I need here. And then the next step, this is mine. I need to keep. I will send this off together. I need to find my paper clips. I know I have some in my notary bag. So let's separate my copies and put this all together. So what I am going to do now at this point is let me get this off the screen so you guys can't see my mom's address. Let's put the screen back up. I will at some point need to go and get, let's see, how they want to be paid. Original documents, name. If you have multiple documents in the process, submit only one check or money order payable to the Secretary of State. Okay, so they want a check or a money order. And let me just double check. And also, I also got to get, I'm going to go over to FedEx today. No, I'm going to send this regular mail just because it's taking, I'm not about to spend extra. I'm going to send this regular mail with a tracking number. And I just need to make sure I have a self-addressed, I'll zoom in so you guys can see a little bit. There you go, a self-addressed stamp to have this sent back to me. When using prepaid express mail, this is just going to use regular mail or priority mail, actually, not prepaid express. Let's see. The envelope can be addressed to the applicant or a third party, which is just going to be addressed to me. I'll be the third party. Please note, okay, if I don't include it, I'll just send it back to the customer. But I just wanted to make sure that I need to get them a check and I need to get them a return label and an envelope. So I'll just do it all, and I'll show you guys that process as well. But I just want to make sure, because let's look at Wisconsin, for example. Some of them, it's Department of State specifically. They will, let's say, for example, they will accept documents via, I don't know exactly, but I'm just making this example. They will accept documents via FedEx, but they will accept documents via, let's say example is only FedEx. Let's look at the Qatar embassy. Sorry. I'm trying to make up an example and I can't think of one right now. The consulate, they need duplicates, all that kind of stuff. They will accept via UPS, USPS, or FedEx. So maybe that's not what I was thinking of. Anyway, some of them, so just make sure you guys check, because some locations will only accept from one or the other. They will only accept from FedEx or UPS, but they will only ship out FedEx or post office, not UPS, for whatever weird reason. So double check. And I know one of the states and one of the people that I'm dealing with, one of the entities, it's weird like that. So I need to double check. But as far as what we're doing right now, since I don't want to confuse myself, we are only doing the Illinois one, and they are good with anything. So I am going to run over to the post office. Actually, I'm going to do lunch first. Then I'll run over to the post office, get what I need, pay for it, make sure I have the proper addresses, and I will just write that down on a sticky note or index card, which is over there in that box. And I'll just write all that down, and I'll take it with me along with my little blue folder to make sure I have everything. And then I'll get it going. So you guys, sorry, this is a really long one, and I don't feel we got much done, but hopefully this helps somebody out there. And I'll get the client document from the client, and then I was hoping to run over to the school today to catch them just in case they were there. So we shall see. I will chat with you guys later in the next segment of this long video. Bye. Hey, Notary buddies, it is 11:22 p.m. and I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up the day just to get you guys caught up. I know the last section was pretty darn long as we're working through the Apostille together. I didn't get very far just because there's a few hangups and all this kind of stuff. I was still waiting on things, waiting on documents. However, we successfully got the Wisconsin RON done. After like 2.5 weeks, you guys, we finally got it done. So I'm super excited about that. So tomorrow I can go ahead and get these documents shipped off. We will work on filling out, what are we going to do tomorrow? We're going to work on filling out the request letters together. I'll try to make sure I remember that. And then we'll go over to the post office and get all the stuff that we need. Go to the bank. Well, first go to the bank, get some cashier's checks. And I need to double check to make sure they accept business checks. If not, I have to do it in my personal, which whatever. There's just all these rules. So we're going to go and we'll double check on that tomorrow. So we'll go to the bank, get the monies, and then we will head over to the post office, get some labels and envelopes and return labels and all the good stuff, and go ahead and send 2 of them off tomorrow morning. First thing, I will be meeting with the client at 9:15 to get some school transcripts notarized here in Georgia, and then another document notarized, and then we will then I'll just take that with me as well, so I can go to the post office and send that where it needs to go. Because that, actually, no, she's taking care of that. She's going to take it to the Secretary of State. So much going on. But yeah, that's how today, that's what we got going on tomorrow. But today wrapped up. I did have that notary appointment I told you guys about at 3:30. It was pretty awesome. The lady I was doing a notarization for, mom, she was sharp as a whip. Like I said, she had a stroke and then she fell and hurt herself, so she's in recovery right now. She was hilarious, had me laughing the entire time. She is a rule breaker. And so her witnesses were her girlfriends, and all they did was talk about hair and nails. It was so dang on funny to see these 70-year-old ladies talking about nails and the trends and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, today wrapped up fun. Again, it's late. I'm normally asleep by now, but I just got home from work. I had to get my little shift in at the end of the night, and I'm going to go inside, shower, eat dinner this late. I don't like eating this late, but I got to. I'm hungry. And then I'm going to lay it down and go to bed. I'm probably going to be awake for another hour and a half, 2 hours, let my food digest and watch some TV. Should I be working on my business? I probably should, but guess what? I'm not, because I'm an early riser. So I will wake up early morning tomorrow and work on this business. So that is a wrap for today. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.